I would like to call Ruth Buffalo and Deb Haaland, if you would come up here, please. We are very honored to have you here at the Gathering of Nations, and I know it was uncertain if you'd be able to make it. And your presence here, your leadership, we look forward to having 2 years of amazing, amazing things to happen in Washington, D.C. for our Native people. And we look to you, Ruth, of your constituents in your district. I'm sure they're looking to you for leadership and guidance. And we give you an honor for honoring us. We're going to present you with star quilts.
Let's stand, if you will. We thank you. Give them a round of applause. Back to you guys. Thank you so much. Gathering of Nations 2019.
Thank you. At this time, we're going to introduce Clayton Logan to do our opening. We call Ganonyo. And before Clayton, we have one of our Seneca leaders, one of our community members from the Cattaraugus Seneca Territory. Her name is Juanita Mullen from Cattaraugus, and her family name is Young. And some of us got to play with her uncle, play lacrosse with Junior Young. And so she's here. She works for the Veterans Administration in Washington, D.C. And she's also an Air Force veteran. We'd like to give her a round of applause to Juanita Mullen. And she's working at the VA booth here at the Gathering of Nations. We'd like to thank you for being here. And at this time, we're going to begin with our traditional address we call Ganonyo. We're asking if you could please share your listening, share your silence, our singers, our dancers, and family with children, have them listen. And it's a way and a time for us to grow as good people. And so helping us with our Ganonyo to open today, we have Clayton Logan. He's from the Cattaraugus Seneca Territory in New York. He's a Vietnam veteran. He served in the United States Navy 24 years, and he retired from the Navy. And among our people, we're so happy that we can be with him, and he helps many of our younger speakers, and he's encouraging all the time. And so we're very happy to have Clayton Logan do our opening today. Clayton Logan.
Đâu cây bây giờ thế cây bây giờ thưa hỏi đang cây bây thế có cái nó to nhỏ tụi mình đi vào đường cái hết vào đó nó để hôm nay ni xong bây giờ xây hồi tao cái nó sẽ nó đi vậy rồi nó sao cái nó chơi với đó nó vậy thì nó tự nhiên quen gì ta cái sẽ có rồi giờ đó chứ huy vào này huy bây giờ đó có Scott cái với nó này huy về có huy cho cái nó nhỏ ni xong bây giờ sẽ thì cái cái đó nhỏ huy nó cái sao để gió này hụt thì tao ní hụt nó qua sai nhưng có tao xây hòn chứ thì mà nó đen non đấy cho hay con thì hụt thì tao ní star con thì nó hụt thì nó cái xe cái hòn ôi tao có cái nó cho xây ôi này wise cái nó muốn nó hot đen đi nè tao vậy nhiều được tao just cái từ cái nít cả đấy ôi vậy gì à ôi tao xem đó hết cái quán rồi tụi này đi thì anh kiss nhảy just nếu hồi nhiều vậy thì nhưวันอสอนกับที่คนnhiều vậy chúng ta đi chúng ta đón đi cả đưa cái cái nó cả đón điวันนี้quay xe đi stuck có nếuคนเดียวhồi đó xem đó cả tất cả vậy đó ní huy vậy có hồiจะkhi nó nhỏ nàyนี่ประเด็นนี่เชนนี่cả đưa cáiวันจีbây giờ đã có không có chọn thì cóในวันđóเขาวันแกnó sẽ Scan on one of Tanya, it what you would open, it was down on there's a rook duck, how with toys are they, who jan look down his hay, Scott Boca with Noni, we walk away, took one on ya, who jan look down his hay, run one you down, now what they going down, who.
Thank you, Clayton Logan. And he began by honoring all the people to the Creator. And then he went through everything that is. He did a short version, and we want to thank him. He teased me. He said, "You're going to interpret for me?" And so, but it's very important, and we encourage our language teachers. How many language teachers here? Raise your hand, stand up, to nourish the language every day. And so thank you, Yahweh, Clayton Logan.
Thank you, Dennis, Clayton, Yahweh. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get under for grand entry number 3, I look over the floor and I see Randy Medicine Bear and I see George Cricket Shields, 2 of the sexiest arena directors in the world. What do you say, boys? Are we ready to go? Let's rock the house. Let's burn the roof off the joint. Let's sing it loud and proud. We come on over here to Buck Wild whenever you're ready, gentlemen. Make Chin Lee proud. Buck Wild. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and rise and honor our Eagle staff. Our first flag that leads our procession of a grand entrance. Our grand parade of the finest lifestyle, culture, traditions. A way of life, of identity, of who we are and where we come from. First Nations people, Indigenous, Native American, First Nations, Indigenous. As we lead in our grand entry, we thank each and every one of you for your kind attention, and we call upon Brian Waskowicz from Onion Lake, Saskatchewan, Canada, leading in our grand entry. Ha ha hey! Ha ha hey! Ha ha ha! Serving as head man, head lady this afternoon session, we welcome in to grand entry Mr. and Mrs. Russell and Thea McLeod, Hera, Washington, representing the Puyallup, Yakima, and Walla Walla Nation, representing the Fort Peck Sioux of Fort Peck, Montana. Welcoming in our war bonnet dancers, representing the Society of Chieftainship War Bonnet Leaders. Welcome. Welcoming in, serving, Gathering of Nations, Miss Indian World, Put your hands together for the lovely, the beautiful Taylor Susan. We're listening to the sounds of Sharpshooter. Bringing in our grand entry as we welcome in our service ambassadors of the Miss Indian World contestants. Welcoming in our Golden Age, our senior men dancers, Golden Age women. Welcoming in our champion dancers from Indian country, U.S. and Canada, First Nations, Turtle Island. Welcome. Blue Medicine Well, you're on, boys. Blue, you're my boy, Blue. Bringing in our royalty, our princesses, representing Indian country, somewhere, a crown and a banner, serving as ambassador. Welcome, young ladies, royalty. Here we go, dancers, here we go. Welcoming in our dancers from Indian country, all the way from Picanny, Coeur d'Alene. Welcoming in from Omaha, Lower Sioux, Prairie Band, Potawatomi. Welcoming in dancers from the Navajo Nation. Representing the three affiliated, Mandan, Hidatsa, Arikara. Representing Kootenai Tribe of Idaho, Rosebud Sioux Sichongu. Plains Cree of Maple Creek. Representing Guyana, Alberta. Representing Tatanka Nagi of Standing Buffalo, Fort Capel. Representing us, Washington, Kalispell Nation, Colville of Inchylam, Washington. Representing the Grovon, Assiniboine of Big Pine Cone, Hayes, Montana. Hawk Soldier, bringing in the dancers of Pawnee, Oklahoma. Representing the Ojibwe of London, Ontario. Representing the Rosebud Lakota of Lakewood, Colorado. Subway. Representing the Nimipu of Lapwai, Idaho. Representing the Absalaga of Crow Agency, Montana, by way of Amaishoa. Representing the Plains Cree of Sweetgrass, Saskatchewan, by way of Greenbow, Alabama. Representing the Meskwaki of Spirit Lake, North Dakota. Representing the Choctaw Nation of Atwood, Oklahoma. Representing the Arikara from Sampson Cree, Musquecheese. Representing the Chippewa Cree, Rocky Boy, Montana. Representing the Blackfoot Confederacy of Siksika, Alberta. Naskani. Representing the Cheyenne River Sioux of Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Representing the Umatilla of Pendleton, Oregon. Representing the Lakota Odawa Iroquois of Lawrence, Kansas. Iron Star, bring us in, San Felipe, Pueblo. Representing the Sac and Fox Nation. Representing the Oneida Menominee of Keokuk 109. Righteous. Representing the Kiowa Nation of Oklahoma. Iowa Charlie, that is. Representing the Ho-Chunk Nation, Winnebago, Yakima from Toppenish, Washington. Representing the Dakota Lakota of Spirit Lake. Woohoo! Representing the Ogallala Lakota Hunkpapa. Representing the Zuni Nation, Apache. Representing the Pueblos, Warm Springs. Representing Six Nations, Ontario. And ladies and gentlemen, representing the Northern Cheyenne from Lawrence, Kansas, by way of Lame Deer, Montana, by way of Happy Flats, Montana, Northern Cheyenne. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause? Let's put our hands together for a beautiful display of poetry in motion of First Nation pride and joy here at the Gathering of Nations. Man, that was beautiful. And thank you to Buck Wild, Sharpshooter, Blue Medicine Well, Hawk Soldier, and Iron Star. As we come on over here to one of our invited drums, they go by way of Turtle Island, USA, and Canada. They have formed a few years back and have taken the powwow world by storm. Sharpshooter, we call upon you for our Indian national anthem to pay tribute to our Eagle staff, our first flag that symbolizes First Nations people, our Eagle staff that led our warriors into the battle, our Eagle staff that symbolized our freedom, a way of life, a warrior staff, a peace staff. Anytime you're ready, Worm.
This is the Meskwaki flag song. Many of our older New Mexico singers remember singing this song with Adrian and Wayne Pushitanaqua when they went to school in Santa Fe. Meskwaki flag song.
Thank you, sharpshooter. Thank you. Before we come on over here to Buck Wild for our victory song, I've been asked to relay a short message to all of our dancers while I have your attention momentarily to remind you the importance of sportsmanship, of camaraderie and brotherhood. Those of you that were here last night and heard the words of Mr. Tyson Merrick, and he talked about the absence, that the jealousy is not needed in this arena, it's not needed around the drum, and it's not wanted and needed amongst the dance floor. I'm also going to borrow Tyson's words again and quote him when he said that we are not promised tomorrow, to be kind to one another, to be good to one another as powwow families, and that these young ones are always watching. Some of you out there may not have wanted to be a role model. You didn't ask for it. However, your championship style of dancing, your moves, the way you dance, it reflects a lot on our younger generation. And what they see by observation, they learn. It's same as in the home, it's same as a parent, it's same as an older sibling. So, in a good way, Mr. Derek Matthews asked to remind all of our dancers to play good, to dance good and have fun. Aho. Buck Wild, whenever you're ready, let's dance in victory. Brian Waskuch, we're going to ask you to dance proud with that Eagle staff and represent each and every one of us here this afternoon. Buck Wild, let's get Buck Wild with it.